I think I want to start off by saying thank you. We are a small, humble company here in Namibia, and humility is actually one of our core values. And I want to thank the US Trade Up for assisting us, for helping us, for being there. I think we don't grasp actually how grateful we can be for the involvement of institutes like this in Namibia and helping the private industry. And I would just like to thank and start off by saying thank you for you guys. So I think before I start off with the presentation, you know, being in the private industry, I'm always thinking, what do you want? I mean, the public area is also trying to assist the private industry, but I think if I can just mention a few things the private industry could ask for is that, first of all, definitely a stable environment, hoping for a political stable environment, hoping for electricity. We got that. Looking for support, and I think if we see what we've got here in Namibia, we've got all of them. We've got a lot of support. The private industry can thrive. And having these tools given to us to go and export even further, we can't even have the excuse of Namibia is a small country. There's only so many people. And I think unlocking this opportunity to export is huge for us. And we should take this that is given to us and run with it. And I think that is, before I start my presentation and just telling you a bit more about plastic packaging, I think you will see that through the presentation as well. I think plastic packaging got way much more credit than they deserve. So I'm not gonna, I think probably I'm not gonna impress you guys with plastic packaging and what we are and how we are. And I think that is part of my story as well, is that it's sometimes simple. It's not big things. It's a small company that's passionate about something and they can make it outside there. And that's where we represented Namibia on the international platform, regional, and we won the award. I didn't even think we were going to be considered for that, but we won that award. And it's not miraculously something that we did right. It's just having that passion, and I'm going to share that as well with you guys, what I learned and in Cape Town, attending one of their seminars. So I'm going to share a few things. I hope this is going to work. Okay, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick overview of plastic packaging. I see that just by hand, before we walked in here, and Francis showed this nice presentation about the circular economy and some facts about plastic packaging. Can I maybe just get a hand of who knew plastic packaging before today? Sure, I'm impressed. I didn't expect that. Wonder why, but I'm not going to ask that again. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you guys just a company profile video. Plastic Packaging is a company that was born 40 years ago. We are turning 40 on the 26th of August this month. Turning 40. I think for Namibian company, it's quite in the matured phase, I would say. And I'm not going to tell the entire story because I've got a lady talking. She's got a better voice than me and these nice pictures. So I'm going to please sit down. I think it is a few minutes if you can just allow me to showcase, and then maybe from that you can relate to the story that I have to tell about our learnings and how we do export. Because export, you can't just talk export. You need to be specific in the product that you export, because the story for every product is not the same. So I think on this note, I think you guys need to click on that or play that company profile video. You can play that. Not about plastic packaging today. It's more sharing to you maybe some learnings, and I think I've got a brief few things that I'm going to point out. But I think if you have questions, please, it's not limited to today. I mean, everyone knows plastic packaging, as I saw. I'm very happy with that. We are really open, and the knowledge that we have with exports and just operations and manufacturing that is in our veins, it's knowledge that we have that we can share. If there's any business in Namibia that can benefit from this, I challenge you guys to come to my office and just have the discussion and share your idea, and maybe we can as well help you doing it successfully. So I think, first of all, just the company facts. I'm going to run through this. I think that was shared already. We've got a lot of employees. We service north to south, east to west. Within 24 hours, we can reach the biggest towns and remote areas within a week. I think that also helped us to get a good footprint in Namibia. And the recycling, it's very important to us, the recycling facet. We actually consider changing our name from plastic packaging because it has the word plastic in it. But it's part of the passion that we have because we are passionate about packaging. And plastic is just an incredible material. Right? They refer to plastics actually and in the 1900s as a miracle material. And that's why it helps us solve a lot of packaging solutions that customers need. And that's why in the end we kept it. But recycling 200 tons per month help us achieve that goal of being a sustainable manufacturer. And Star is our retail. I just want to ask that one. Who knows the brand there at the bottom, the Star refuse bags? Available at your retail shops, doing some selling here. Okay, so the US Trade Up, as I said, I just want to thank them for helping us, for also assisting us. We haven't used them from the start off, but through the Exports Awards, and they came and they really helped us to unlock basically the certification that help us to export. There's a lot of benefits that they brought us to us, but just to name a few, I think the AGOA, we haven't used it because we don't export to the US. The products that we sell is very customer specific. Except for some Star refuse bag, but that is a commoditized product, and we won't be able to compete in the US front. But what help the route to market that we have, we go to customers specifically, and we need to understand their need, and manufacturing is something tailor-made for them. And that is why we haven't used the AGOA yet. Regional cross-border trade toolkit you've got on your table, use it, take it along. There's some nice pointers there. I mean, they're facilitating this, the rule of origin, the guidance, how it works. The FDA requirements haven't used that, but there's definitely things that you guys need to use them. They are there for your disposal, and I think they've done great work, really well. The networking sessions, I've got some people that I've heard here for the networking perfect. They've got a lot of workshops that they presented, and I want to thank you guys for doing that workshops as well, and for the facilitating of that. And then they've unlocked a possibility to us where we obtained a certification, and I think it's sort of what Marek said, that you have to have a certain certification for the customers to have that peace of mind that they get a product that complies with certain standards. It's imperative if you go to export markets to get that certification, and I want to thank the US Trade Up helping us to unlock that ability as well. Exporting to South Africa, we've got a bigger leg to South Africa, and I think if we can just point out a few things, some of it might sound simple, but it is, but it can get complex. So I think the first thing is from the Namibian perspective, we've got the benefit of exporting to South, let's say from Cape Town to Johannesburg, and that is the transport link. Especially with fuel that's increased so dramatically, we've got an empty leg going back because the majority of the products are imported into Namibia from South Africa. And if we can use that empty back leg, we get a very cheaper export in terms of the transport component that you add to the product. So we've got the benefit there. Again, something that maybe not all of you know, but it's a big advantage exporting to South Africa. Service delivery. That's very important. You have to have a local footprint, and that helps us. For small companies, maybe it will be difficult because you're setting up some cost structures. But as you've seen in the video, we've got a Northern Cape branch. Because if you want to service someone good, you need to have a footprint there. And that goes with the second one that I think I've got. Maybe I pushed it 3 times. Maybe it's going to come quicker, and then I'm going to display the other things that I don't want. Okay, but it needs to be, okay, there it comes, hassle-free, and it goes with the service delivery. And I think Rex said that as well. The buyers in South Africa, they want to have it easy, and you have to make it easy for them. If they have to think about importing and cross-border things, it's difficult for them. So the easier you make it for the client and the better footprint and service delivery that you can provide there, the more successful you will be. Because this is part of our success story. We've got a footprint in the Northern Cape, in Uppington and Kimberley, and we're opening now in the Western Cape as well. Reliable clearing agent, very important on both sides. Same clearing agent, it's practical things. You have to have a very on-the-ground, knowledgeable clearing agent. You have to choose them wisely. Come talk to me and I'll share some information with you as well on the clearing agent. Then there's 2 things that I just want to allude you to, is that the price, being price competitive, it's always about price sometimes, but it's not always. If you sell a commoditized product, it has to be price competitive. And that's sometimes difficult in the South African market because they've got economies of scale, bigger machines, European technology. We're sitting with Asian or China technology. So sometimes it's difficult to be competitive in a generic product. But if you've got good service delivery, then you can penetrate. So definitely going into South Africa, and I can think even more in the US market, you can't go with a commoditized product. You need to have something special, a unique product. If you have a unique product, it's less price competitive because you sell something different. And that is very important to understand that when you come to price. Commoditized product, it's going to be a red ocean out there. Doing a blue ocean, it's more with the unique product. Okay, and very important, understand the legislations. Read it up, understand it. We've got, like example, we've got the extended producer responsibility legislation that just jumped up. And I know there's certain legislation with regards to honey. I picked that up at the show that I was in the Western Cape. So I think that is important. And just want to end off with lessons learned from Cape Town. There's a story, especially with the unique product that you sell. And I think there's great companies here in Namibia that has a specific nice story to tell. So each time you sell a product, it's a story that goes along with it. And sell the story how it's been manufactured in terms of environment friendly, and that telling every company that I visited with the 3 companies told a decent story, and that helped them because customers don't only buy a product nowadays. They tell the story and how it was manufactured. Namibia does not have to stand back. I've noticed that. We don't have to stand back for the South African manufacturers. We have what you need to penetrate the market. Don't feel inferior. If you are passionate about something, drive it. You will get success. It's going to take time. It's not easy just dropping something off and selling it. You need to give it time, but passion. And I think this is the passion. Oh, I prepared this class. A passion that made it into the US. It's far more difficult coming from here to the US because there's There's working capital requirement and all of those things that is big hurdles that you need to get over to across. But all of those, the people that I visited, all staff members, passion. They believed in what they had. So that is very important. Understand some principles and customs in the law of the US. I think that I learned as well. And only 3% of the products is dutiable. Is that the correct word? Okay. But let's do the other side around. 7,000 products does not attract a duty, round it up. It's right. It's what we want as private industry, no duties. Perfect. Let's go in. In Angola, if you export to Angola, there's 50% duties just exporting a finished product. To the US, 3% are dutiable. Perfect. Generic products will be difficult to export. I'm saying it again. Generic product and specialized product. That is me. That is it. That's the learnings. Thank you.